Another summer, another major heat wave. This time, timing for your 4th of July weekend. How hot will it be? And some tips on how to survive the heat is coming up in this video. As always, I will go over the National Weather Service watches and warnings. With the exception of the coast, the lowlands of the Coast Range in Northwest Oregon and Southwest Washington are going to be experiencing an excessive heat warning starting on 4th of July at noon, going to Sunday at 11 p.m. Now, the setup for this high pressure system is not our typical setup for the hottest of hot temperatures. However, this is a setup where we can get into the mid 100s, or if everything is perfect, to around 110 degrees, though I am not forecasting 110 degrees despite what some models were showing earlier this week. So on Saturday, a high pressure system will be parked a little bit to the northwest of the Willamette Valley and off the coast before moving northeast on Sunday to a point about due north of the Willamette Valley, and then slowly keep moving to the northeast, but its speed will drop as we go further into the holiday weekend and into next week. It will also slowly weaken during that time, but not slow enough for us to get out of the 90s relatively quickly. And as this moves northeast, so on the Saturday position, that does promote heat in the southern Willamette Valley more so than the northern Willamette Valley. But on Sunday, that flips, promoting more heat in the northern Willamette Valley than it does in the southern Willamette Valley. So, on to my heat tips. This first tip is a bit of an obvious one, and that is to stay in areas with air conditioning. But some of you who do not have air conditioning can go to a local cooling shelter, check with your local governments to find where those are at. But if you need some at-home hacks, I do have two of them for you. Cool showers can lower your body temperature. And then also, if you don't want to take a shower or don't want to spend the entire day in the shower, you can also put a bucket of ice in front of a fan, and that acts like a DIY AC unit. Now, the con with that is you would have to replace the bucket of ice every once in a while, but it is going to keep your room a lot cooler than it would be if you just did a fan without said bucket of ice. Also, stay hydrated, especially if you're in an area with the AC, because AC units are also dehumidifiers. And another obvious one, but avoid outdoor time, especially between the hours of 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. And if you are outside, please find shade, as you will be a little bit cooler in the shade compared to areas of pure sun. And don't leave anyone in the car, including pets or any items sensitive to the heat, and double check before you leave your car. And for some medical tips, this was posted by the National Weather Service in Portland yesterday. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms of heat exhaustion or heat stroke, or see someone experiencing that, please get them to a cooler area. And specifically, if they have any sort of confusion, dizziness, or especially if they become unconscious, please call 911 immediately after you move said person to a cooler area or while you're doing that. Last bit is going to be the current record high temperatures. And for the Portland area especially, this stretch of record high temperatures I've posted is the longest stretch of high temperatures below 100 degrees before the end of August and after mid-June. Specifically looking at this 95-degree record high temperature on the 7th, that's the lowest record high temperature between June 15th and September 8th. So the record high temperatures being in the mid to upper 90s, and because I'm forecasting triple digits, a lot of these are going to go down. In Eugene, the record high temperatures are a few degrees warmer, and some of these records go back to the early 1900s in the case of July 8th. However, like Portland, a few of these records are going to fall, as I am forecasting triple digit heat as well for the southern Willamette Valley. And as usual, I will mark on the 7-day forecast in red the record high temperatures that I am forecasting. For Corvallis, I'm expecting high temperatures to be in the mid 80s today after some morning clouds burn off to afternoon sunshine, and then not a cloud in sight beyond that. High temperatures will climb into the mid 90s for 4th of July before 3 straight days in the triple digits, topping out at 106 on Saturday before cooling off to our regular definition of heat being in the 90s on Monday and Tuesday. Low temperatures getting into the mid 60s over the weekend before cooling off till around 60 degrees. For the Portland metro area, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm expecting it to be a little bit cooler than Corvallis with high temperatures. There's starting in the lower 80s, warming up to 104 degrees on Saturday. But on Sunday, I'm expecting Portland to be warmer than the southern Willamette Valley, and in fact, warmer than Saturday. I'm predicting a high temperature of 105 degrees and still being in the hundreds on Monday with a high of 101, and Tuesday, a little bit cooler, but still a daily record high with a temperature of 97 degrees. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you, well, enjoyed it as much as you can. And just please stay cool out there and take care.